start. So we're going to actually start with a couple of our core exercises just to wake us up. We're going to start with bird dog. So you're in this tabletop, knees under your hips, hands under your shoulders. As you lift opposite arm, opposite leg, you pause for a second, make sure everything's parallel with the floor, come down. You're really trying to keep the center of your body nice and still. This is a super important part of this. This is what helps to start to stabilize your core. You're forcing all of these stabilizer muscles to really activate and hug your spine. Keep everything in place. Nice, slow and control, little squeeze at the top. Two more each side. Okay, we're going to walk our hands forward into this modified plank. So here we're going to just be on our knees and we're going to really focus on lifting our chest up and hugging all those muscles into the spine. You want to make sure your hips aren't sagging. You shouldn't feel a pinch in your lower back, but you're also not back here in the tabletop. You'll know you're in the right position when you don't feel the pinch in your lower back and you do feel a little bit of a shake in your belly. Again, stay lifted through the chest, don't round the shoulders. Couple more seconds here. And come out of it. Go ahead and stand up. We're going to open up our hips before we go into this lower back routine. So feet are hip distance apart. Draw nice big circles with your hips. Slow, exaggerated circles. And other direction. Okay, shake it out. We're going to get right into it. Okay, so this first one, you're going to have your feet about hip distance apart. Make sure you're lifted up nice and tall through your chest, and you're going to hinge back through your hips. So I've got this soft bend in my knees, but my hips are going back. My knees are not going forward. And then from here, we're going to extend our arms straight back. We're going to roll the shoulders back and down and really lift up through the chest. You should feel a nice engagement in your lower back here. And then from here, we're going to keep that engagement in the back. We're going to lift the arms up and down. Keep that engagement in the back, up and down. One more, up and down. Pull the fist to the shoulders. Okay, we're going to make sure we keep this lift in the chest and this bend in the knees. We're going to hinge forward, and we're only going as far as we can go with the flat back. We're going to squeeze our behinds to bring us back up. So we're still a little hinge forward here. Come all the way forward, squeeze the behind to come up. We're going to do 15 of these. You should really feel some good activation in the lower back here. If you don't, it probably means you're rounded through the upper part of your back. So really roll those shoulders back and down and lift up through the chest. Five more. Okay, come up, extend the arms back up and point the thumbs down. Really roll the shoulders back and down, hold. And then fold all the way down. So we're in this forward fold. We're going to keep our legs in the same position, and then we're going to walk our arms out as far as we can with keeping without shifting our lower body. Really try and lengthen through the spine here. Couple more seconds. Okay, rise back up, extend the arms back. Extend the arms overhead, hold, roll the shoulders back and down. And release. Okay, we're gonna step the left foot forward. I'm sorry guys, I really hope you can hear me. I'm having some technical difficulties. I think you can see me and hear me, and the fact that everybody hasn't logged off makes me think you can. Okay, so we are going to bring our left foot forward and our right leg back in this high lunge. All 10 toes are pointed forward and the back heel is up. That's super important that this back heel is up and the knee is pointed in the same direction as the toes. That's going to protect your knees. Okay, so we're going to have this slight bend, slight to moderate bend in this left leg, but if you'll notice, my knee's pretty much positioned over my heel, and that's super important. So you want to make sure you have that good alignment here. And then we're going to extend our arms overhead. And then we're going to reach to the left. So we're reaching towards whichever leg is bent. And then we're going to lift and lower this back heel. Yes, this is balance too. Okay. Bring the arms back to the side. Okay, I'm sorry. Bring the arms out and then rotate the thumbs outward away from your body and hinge forward and hold. Okay, lift the arms overhead and keep holding. Press come all the way up. Bring the arms out parallel with the mat. And we're going to rotate to the left. So we're rotating towards this bent knee and come back center. Rotate to the left and center. We're going to do this 10 times. If your balance is just not working this morning, you're just going to rotate to the left and hold. 2 more here. Okay. Bring your arms to your chest. And we're going to hinge forward, squeeze the behind, come up. Hinge forward, come up. Keep going. One more. And come up. Shake it out, roll out your ankles. And we got to do the other side. So, right foot forward, left foot back. All 10 toes pointed forward, back knees pointing the same direction as toes, straight ahead. We've got the slight to moderate bend in the right leg, but it's positioned over the ankle. And we're going to bring the arms overhead. And then reach to the right and hold. So we're reaching towards that bent leg and lift and lower the back heel. Okay. We're going to bring the arms down, rotate the thumbs out and hinge forward. Hover over the thigh. And then lift the arms up as high as possible. Keep the shoulders rolled back and down. And then come all the way up. Arms parallel with the mat. Rotate to the right, come back center. So again, we're rotating towards whichever leg is bent in front of us. If this is just too challenging, you're going to rotate and hold. Okay. Bring the arms to the chest, hinge forward, squeeze that right glute to come back up, hinge forward. So you should feel a nice engagement in the lower back every time you come up. Okay, come all the way up, shake it out, roll out the ankles. Now we're going to come to a wide leg forward fold. We've got a nice soft bend in our knees. We're going to bring our fist to our chest. We're going to hinge forward as far as we can get while maintaining this flat back. We're going to squeeze our behinds to bring us up and go right back down. I'll show you from the side. Notice how my back is nice and straight. I'm not rounding. If you're rounding, you're wasting your time and you're probably going to injure yourself. Last one, we're going to pause at the bottom and extend our arms out. Try and pull those arms back behind the ears as much as you can and hold. And then we're going to come into a forward fold, and just like we did with our legs together, we're going to keep our legs in the same position and then walk our hands as far in front of us as we can. And then keeping these arms where they are, remember, keep that soft bend in the knees. We're going to focus on keeping our hips in this fixed position as we reach this right arm towards the ceiling, our gaze follows, and we come back down. We're going to do this 10 times on each side. Focus on those fixed hips. Don't let the hips shimmy. Other side. Remember, let your gaze follow. This really helps ensure that the rotation is coming from your spine. Okay, make sure you have a nice gentle bend in the knees, squeeze through your behind, come halfway up with the flat back. So we're back in this hinge forward position with the flat back. We're going to press our hands and our elbows together. Don't interlace your hands. And we're going to pulse up for 10. Really try and keep the hands and the elbows together. Okay, come all the way up. Last one and we're done. We're going to bring this left leg back forward again. Gentle bend in the knee. Knees positioned over the ankle. Interlace the hands. Reach to the left towards that leg that's bent in front. And come up. Other side. Gentle bend in the knee. Knees positioned over the ankle. Reach towards that bent leg. So we're reaching towards the right if you have your right leg forward. And come up. Okay, so again, this routine is really concentrated for lower back health. And like I said, I personally have seen such a difference. I don't do the exact routine the way he prescribed it like I did in the beginning, because I've just kind of sprinkled it into everything I do. It's like the more you do this, the more you learn, like, oh, this makes me feel more erect after I do it. And that's the biggest thing I noticed. If when you stand up, you almost feel like you have trouble getting that last little bit up, this is really going to help. But execution, form and execution, so important. So you get in front of a mirror. I'm going to upload this video, watch this video. I promise you, if you will do these properly, if you suffer from lower back health, it'll help so much. So remember, gentle movement first thing in the morning before calories or any calories, any flavoring is really going to help boost your metabolism. The other piece of this puzzle, if you feel super bold, is to, before you step into a regular shower, don't turn on any hot water. And this is so hard in the beginning. Practice deep breathing when you get in, but it's so good for inflammation. It's good for your metabolism. Just don't do it if you have heart problems. I hope you guys have